we're going to talk about an amazing individual. When I first saw her, my first impression was, wow, Chinese. Wow, so strong and independent, so supportive, always giving people encouragement. What an amazing person, amazing. This person is, of course, none other than Rui Chong Nasis. On the other hand, Pranika. When I first met Pranika, Iskandar first. I know this guy is going to be a future minister. When I first met Gary, wow, this guy, future businessman. I met Ruben, this guy, future millionaire. Wow. Then I met Pranika, and it was like looking at grass on the side of the road. I remember the first time Pranika was doing a table topics, the very first table topics. It was very sad. It was very sad because she talked about losing her parents. And that was the moment I realized that Pranika didn't actually have anything. She didn't have parents, no boyfriend. During holidays, she has no transport. And that is when the EXCO boys gathered up and said, wow, this girl, she doesn't have anything. Let's give her something. So we gave her the SAA role. We gave her a role, and she gave us warm welcomes at the beginning of each and every meetings. Suddenly, people are attracted to Pranika. Wow, such a positive face. I want to be friends with Pranika. You wanted to be friends with Pranika? Yeah. But everything changed when she took up the role of UBD. Suddenly, the smiles that she once had turned upside down. Suddenly, she went from becoming, well done in your speech, well done in your speech, good job, to, well done in your speech. What's your next speech? Everyone was afraid of Pranika. She was the person to push people away. But Pranika knew that in order to be successful, sometimes you have to have someone to push you from behind. And as VPE, Pranika knew that she had to be that person. But most importantly, besides from pushing other people, she pushed herself. Because week after week, she did speech after speech, visited club, BSc, authors, TLI, and won speech competitions. And before you know it, she became the president of UBD Toastmasters Club. When she became pretty President Pranika, you might expect her behavior to improve. Wrong. When she was AA, she was smiling at everyone. Hello, welcome to the club. When she was VPE, she was frowning to everyone. When will you next speech? But when she was president, she laughed at everyone. I remember one time, I was sitting beside Pranika, and then Gary came along. And all of a sudden, Pranika gives this very unfunny comment. Gary, you're so single. I was sitting beside Pranika, contemplating about her unfunny joke, at the same time looking at Gary's sad, single, lonely face. I look at his face. I look at Pranika looking at me, forcing me to laugh. I have no choice. I have to laugh along. After that, there was another occasion. Not with other people, but with myself. You realize that every single moment when we have a group photo, Pranika tells me to go to the front because I'm so short. But she often forgets to look at herself in the mirror. Because she's shorter than I am. However, this reason I can accept. Because maybe she's too short in the morning, she needs a bench to look and she I can accept. However, the worst part is Julius. I remember one time I went to Julius' house and he said, "Never, I don't have a job. I need to support my family. I'm the oldest in my family. I have no choice." I'm like, "Julius, so sad. It's okay. I will support you in any occasion. I will not offer you." And then the next morning, I was sitting beside Pranika and Julius came along. And Pranika did the exact same thing that he did to Gary. "Ah, Julius, no job!" And I had no choice. I was put in the same situation again. I had to listen to my president. However, despite all the insults, despite all the laughter, all the frowns that you gave, there's one thing that Pranika gives consistently, and that is support. No matter where you are, what projects you do, what role you take, you can always count on Pranika. To be great, you don't need to have a good first impression. All you need to do is work hard. And I was chatting with Pranika one time, and she said this: "I don't think I'm smarter than anyone else or more privileged, but I try to work hard and do my best in everything I do." And that is how you get from someone who needs support to someone who gives support. Pranika, thank you for all that you've done to the club. Thank you for all that you contributed to the club. Now, you might not be pretty President Pranika anymore, but we all still think that you are pretty amazing, Pranika. Yeah. This is a toast. We don't have cups. But we do have something even better. Pranika, can you stand up? We'll give you something on behalf of the club.